Chapter 9, King. Interior, exterior, Scarlet Diva, middle of the night. Street lights beam brightly on dead roads, a proverbial ghost town, reflections catching Diva's crimson paint job as lights race along her weathered curves. Dan Cruz is in the driver's seat, his best friend next to him and a reluctant wife in the back.
So you really think he'll help us, Dan?
Elise asks as Chris fumbles through Dan's glove compartment.
He won't have a choice. I'm gonna make him the offer he can't refuse.
Dan replies as his attention shifts toward Chris.
And would you get out of there? Sorry, Dan. I was just seeing if... Oh.
Chris says with a mischievous grin as he holds a clamshell burger container with a piece of paper in it.
Put that back!
Dan furiously demands, clawing over at Chris as he slightly swerves.
You're cordially invited.
Chris reads aloud as he flips over the invitation, avoiding Dan's grasp.
I'm literally gonna kill you, Chris. RSVP at 555.
Chris continues, Dan having finally landed a solid punch in Chris's face.
Ow! Dan, I was just messing with you.
Chris hollers as he rubs out the red that rushed to his face.
I can't believe you actually kept Hortense and Jeremiah's wedding invite.
He continues, placing the container back in the glove compartment.
Well, it's the only thing she's ever given to me. It's sentimental,
Dan admits.
Way to go, Dan.
Elise cheers with a smile.
So there is a softie in there. Don't say soft. I prefer the phrase emotionally mature. Well, good on you either way. Well, anyway,
Chris begins.
I'm still not happy with you doing this shadow government work, Elise. I mean, just look at your back. Healing or not, it doesn't feel good seeing you like that. Chris, it's fine, really. We don't usually do this sort of thing anyway. And Dan?
Elise pivots.
I don't just work for the organization. I'm the top operative, so put respect on my name when you say it.
Dan doesn't bother to respond, focused on the road.
Dan?
Chris questions.
Don't you have anything to say? I think it's awesome.
He flatly replies under his breath.
What?
Chris exclaims.
I think what she's doing is awesome, all right? If she's really out there kicking the bad guy's butt, then I'd say it sounds like revenge is her literal job, and I'm all for it.
Elise, beside herself with a mix of surprise, joy, and pride, leans forward, her arm resting on Chris's headrest.
You know, Dan, that's actually really, really nice of you to say. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I should tell you something.
Dan's attention shifts from the road to the rearview mirror, locking eyes with Elise.
Yeah? What is it? Your revenge schemes, they often tend to cross with my mission, so know it or not, you've helped me out quite a few times. Well, when you're not getting in my way, of course. Oh, gee, thanks, Elise. That was almost nice of you to say. Yeah, that's my bad. But honestly, with some training and a little anger management,
Elise replies, peering through her thumb and index finger.
You might actually turn out to be a pretty good operative.
Dan's head briefly snaps toward the back seat, face beaming with excitement.
Me? That would be freaking awesome. I mean, I'm pretty awesome already, but with weapons? I'm serious, Dan. You could do some good work.
Dan raises his finger and parts his lips for a reply, but the words are ripped from his mouth as he catches the annoyingly blank stare of a gawking Chris.
What?
He angrily questions. A smile slowly forms across Chris's face, eyes glossed with tears of happiness.
My wife and my best friend, getting along,
he replies.
It's just like I wrote in my wish journal. Oh, way to ruin it, Chris.
Dan shides.
Yeah, Chris.
Elise joins as Chris's head pitifully drops.
Oh, I'm just kidding, honey.
She continues in a tender tone.
Dan, leave him alone.
She ironically pouts.
Anyway,
Dan begins.
Good work is hard work. Elise does it so I don't have to.
Just then, Chris's head darts in every direction, realizing that they've been driving down a poorly lit road that he'd never seen before.
Wait, Dan, where are we? This isn't the way to the museum. Gotta make a quick stop first. There should have been an import yesterday. Need to pick up something special from a guy I know. Texted him before we left. Now seriously, Chris, I need your wallet. It's important. Dan, I already told you. Oh, just give it to him, Chris.
Elise demands.
If it's what I think it is, he's right.
Chris begins fumbling for his wallet, grunting indistinct complaints.
I don't know what I'm doing. Best friends, I guess.
They were able to catch.
Here,
he continues, slamming his wallet into Dan's hand. Dan turns off-road as he approaches the docks, a shadowed figure standing just in the distance as he parks.
Now, guys,
Dan whispers.
keep your voices down and stay in the car. Things could get complicated, so keep the engine running. And when I say drive, you floor it. Chris, hop in the driver's seat.
All right, Dan. Chris begins with reservations.
I don't think...
Dan smacks Chris's mouth closed.
Voices down. You don't think, you listen,
he suggests, walking away toward the shadowy figure. A few moments go by as Chris and Elise stare out the window, watching the transaction unfold. They watch as Dan emerges from a nearby corner, carrying a small but mountainous haul that he drops in the back seat near Elise.
That went smoother than I thought,
Dan says, tossing Chris's wallet in his lap.
Dan, there's hardly anything left. Did you really spend this much on that? Well, it is imported,
Elise interjects.
Right, if we want him to help us, we're definitely gonna need it. Now shove over.
Dan hops back in the driver's seat and drives from the docks. Exterior, museum, middle of the night. The trio has scaled the building with help from Elise's light arsenal. Black ski masks hide their face as they prowl the roof, seeking the rooftop window that hangs above the Egyptian exhibit.
Can you guys be any louder?
Dan asks as Chris and Elise argue about her job.
I don't know. Why don't you ask Dancing Shadow over here?
Chris retorts.
Oh my God, Chris, drop it. I thought we were past this. See, this is part of the reason I never told you. No, I'm mad because you never told me. Don't try and twist things with your words. Guys, shut up. I found it.
Dan announces, peeping through the ceiling into the exhibit as Elise removes a container of lip gloss from her small duffel bag.
Is this really the time to be applying makeup, Elise?
Chris asks.
Don't be stupid, Chris,
Dan insists, gesturing toward the window.
It's obviously some kind of laser thing to cut through the glass. Nope.
Elise rebuttals, popping her lips.
Lips were dry from arguing with Chris.
With that, Elise hops into the air full force, her combat boot drilling down through the glass as she lands gracefully on the exhibit floor.
Elise, what the hell?
Dan frantically shouts from the roof.
You hear that?
Elise replies, her hand poised in the air.
Nothing. It's a museum, Dan. If it's not about crushing candy or Minecrafting, no one gives a crap about any of this stuff. They'd be lucky to have more than one security guard patrolling the place, let alone a security system. Now come on down and stop arguing. Fine. Chris, give me the rope. What?
Chris shouts.
Elise has the rope in her bag. Oops.
Elise shouts from below.
I don't think I'm strong enough to toss it up that high. Great.
Chris responds.
Then how are we supposed to...
And with a swift nudge, Dan, who'd been pretending not to pay attention, shoves Chris through the glass opening as he hollers, landing face first in a T-pose. Dan jumps down after him, landing safely on Chris's back with a crack.
Dan!
Chris berates, barely rising upright.
How could you? I needed you to break my fall. Besides, if Elise could do it, I knew you'd be fine. That's no excuse to use me as a...
Chris pauses with a stretch.
Actually, you know what? That kind of fixed this crook I've had in my back.
He continues with calm.
You're welcome,
Dan replies, brushing past Chris.
I won't thank you. But I guess I won't be mad either, I guess. Guys!
Elise calls, walking toward the sarcophagus.
Enough! I don't want to be here longer than we need to be. Chris, hold the bag, thanks.
She continues, dropping the duffel bag on Chris's shoulder. Dan and Chris follow behind Elise, Dan speed walking ahead of her as they now stand a few yards from the sarcophagus.
Akin-Ra!
Dan calls.
Get out here!
But no answer returns. Dan becomes immediately frustrated, commanding the Pharaoh once more as he dramatically curls his fingers in the air like he were holding an invisible ball.
Akin-Ra, 14th king of the Neferikon dynasty, by your name I summon thee!
He continues, hand now vibrating in the air. Elise raises an eyebrow at Chris as he answers her silent remark.
Dan really likes the theatrics.
The sarcophagus opens as dust flies into the trio's windpipes. The dust settles as the former pharaoh stands in its clouds, blue ash skin, cloaked in tattered wrappings. He emerges.
That's right, it's me,
he announces, eyes closed as if he were addressing a crowd of adoring fans.
Rockin' Akin coming at you from... Oh, it's you,
he says, piercing eyes focused on Dan.
What's with the government name, bro? We need your help, now come on,
Dan demands.
Nah, bro, I already told you, you and I are not cool. Then you come in here waking me up and...
Akin-Ra briefly goes speechless as his attention shifts toward Elise.
And not a moment too soon,
he continues, sauntering toward Elise.
Elise says I don't live or breathe. Looks like someone's gotten all her beauty rest. You have peripheral vision.
Dan mutters aloud.
Don't act like you didn't see her the moment you stepped out of there.
Akinra stands near Elise, brushing between her and Chris as if he were not there, Chris's fists clenching as violent thoughts rush through his head. Ra grabs Elise's hand, lifting it above himself as he encircles her.
Definitely wouldn't mind tucking this in at night.
Elise reclaims her hand, eyes twitching with malice.
Dan,
She begins.
get your friend before I put him to sleep for another 4,000 years.
Whoa,
Ra replies.
what's with the F-bomb? I already said I'm not cool with him. You can stay, but the other two need to leave before I call security.
I knew it would come to this.
Dan replies.
Chris, whip it out.
Chris becomes visibly embarrassed at Dan's request.
No, Dan.
He angrily protests.
This isn't the 3rd grade anymore. You don't just get to tell me when... Not that, Chris. The toilet paper.
Oh, right. He replies, at least tangibly curious. As Chris pulls the smooth, untouched paper from his bag, Ra's eyes lock onto the roll.
Is that?
Yes.
Dan interrupts.
100% Egyptian cotton. Imported.
Give it to me.
Ra demands, grasping at the roll as Dan pulls it away. Dan replies.
You can have 1 square after you help us.
I'm not doing anything for 1 square, bro.
Dan!
Elise calls.
Fine, you can have the roll.
He replies.
This stuff cost me a fortune.
Chris raises his arms at Dan.
No, it cost me a fortune.
Fine, dudes.
Akinra interjects.
If it'll stop all this, I'll help.
He continues, walking past the trio toward the exit.
What do you need my help with anyway?
I'll tell you in the car.
He replies as they follow.
And don't touch my wife.
Chris demands. The quartet's backs are turned, leaving the exhibit as silence bites their tongues. The sound of overlapping footsteps is the only thing to fill the room.
I'm sorry, what happened in the 3rd grade?
Elise questions. Crimson Diva waits patiently outside for the gang's return, well hidden around a corner just across the street.
Are you kidding me?
Ra exclaims as he sees the mountain of Egyptian rolls in the back seat as he approaches.
You offer me 1 roll when there's a mountain of the stuff back here? Not cool, bro. Not cool.
Yup.
Dan replies with a proud smile.
But y'all already took the deal, so no givesies backsies or takesies backsies, however the saying goes.
The remainder of them hop in the car, Chris sitting in the back with Akinra divided by the toilet paper.
Besides, I initially offered you a square, so be grateful.
You really are the worst person, bro.
Ra replies as Dan starts the car.
I'm serious. Can you guys think of a person worse than Dan?
Besides you?
Chris retorts.
Let me think.
Fingers rest on chins as the car falls silent, each of them accepting Akinra's challenge. And like a hive mind, the same name belts from all their mouths at once.
Seth Green!
They answer.
Seth Green! Oh my god, dude!
Akinra continues.
That 2-bit voice artist?
Voice con artist is more like it. I know!
Elise chimes in.
Guy gets paid millions of dollars for doing the same voice for hundreds of characters. And you know why he gets paid more for voice roles, right?
Chris asks.
The guy looks like Alex Hirsch in a funhouse mirror.
Alright, I'll give you dudes that one.
Ra begins.
Seth Green is the only guy worse than Dan, but not by much.
Time moves forward as Dan drives for some time, the trio filling in Ra on the situation at hand.
Whoa, man.
Ra starts.
That's a whole lot of stuff you guys got going on there, but how are you expecting me to help with all that?
Demons have ancient powers?
Dan replies.
Mummies have ancient powers. You following me here?
Oh yeah, I'm following you.
Good.
And no can help, Kimosabe.
What?
Dan growls.
Yeah, thing is, I can't do magic without my scepter, bro, and if you hadn't noticed, it wasn't a part of the exhibit.
Are you kidding me?
Dan scolds.
We went through all of that for nothing? Well, it's your own fault, Dan.
Chris replies.
Maybe if you spent more time making friends out of your enemies instead of revenge, you'd have more people to help you out who might know more about this stuff. A scepter?
Elise questions.
I think... Yeah, no, we've got that back at the nest.
Really?
The remaining trio exclaims.
Oh yeah, dug that baby up ages ago. Been trying to figure out how to use it for years.
There's nothing to figure out, beautiful.
Ra replies.
Won't work without me, even if you could decipher the inscriptions.
Well then, that's great. I've got to make a trip there tomorrow night and I can pick it up. Problem solved.
Dan replies.
Now everyone out of my car. We're here.
He continues, pulling up at Chris and Elise's home. Chris and Elise hop out of the car as Akinra follows behind.
No.
Chris shouts.
Where do you think you're going?
He continues, pressing his hand against Ra's chest. Dan shouts out the window.
With you!
Elise swiftly twists her head toward Dan.
Oh, no. I am not having him sleep in the same house as me. This was your idea, so it's your responsibility.
Dan whines, smacking his teeth.
But he's annoying. Great,
Elise retorts.
sounds like you two will get along perfectly. Good night.
She declares, slamming the car door.
Hey, man.
Akinra begins with a relaxed demeanor.
I'm good with whatever. I just like to go with the flow, you know?
Right, then flow into Dan's apartment.
Elise and Chris walk toward their house, Chris tilting his head toward Ra with a devious smile and furrowed brows. Dan addresses Akinra.
All right, Ra, get in front.
And this concludes Chapter 9, King.